Hola estudiantes, the ser verb. This verb is one of the most important beginner verbs to learn. So if you're a beginner, this is definitely one of the most important verbs to learn. Ser has 5 conjugations. All verbs behave the same way, even if they're irregular. So all verbs have conjugations, and the conjugations of ser are yo soy, tú eres, él es, ella es, usted es, nosotros somos, ellos son, ellas son, ustedes son. One of the main reasons why we use this verb is for, number one reason is introductions, introducing yourself, friends, family, co-workers, etc. So that's why I say this is a social verb, because you will be using it for those situations, right? If you're traveling, going to business meetings, meeting people, friends, etc., you have to be able to get to know people, and this is one of the basic things that you do for getting to know people. So for example, if I say yo soy Delilah, I just did a soft intro. I'm giving you basic intel about myself, and I just introduced myself. I could also introduce other people. No, I can say ella es Maria, él es Bob, etc., etc. So I can introduce myself, my team, my family, so on and so forth. Second most important reason why you use this verb is for giving more information about a subject. So I just introduced myself, I introduced Maria, etc., right? But what if I want to know more about them? I already know their nombre. I already know Maria, I already know Bob, but I want to know more about them. So I can say things like Maria es mi amiga, Maria es doctora, Maria es la maestra, Bob es mi amigo, Bob es mi hermano, and so on and so forth. So number one, you're introducing yourself and people. Number two, you're giving more intel about those people. Or you're giving more intel about a subject, right? A subject can be a person, place, or a thing. I'm just using people as an example. That's the second most important reason for using this verb. And that goes hand in hand with, let's call it reason number 3, which is using ser with adjectives. So in a way, that's giving more intel about a subject, right? If I'm using adjectives, adjectives are words that describe, paint a picture of what your subject looks like and is like, right? So I can say, el café es bueno, el postre es delicioso, ella es alta, él es bajo, etc., etc. These words are descriptors, so we use this verb ser for those situations. Last thing that we use this verb for is not really the most important function, but it is a function. Telling time. So, for example, son las 3, son las 4 de la tarde, son las 5, es la 1 de la tarde, es la 1 de la mañana. Not many people go around talking about time like this. People have a watch, they've got phones, smartphones, so it's not really needed. The first 3 reasons we covered are really the most important. As a beginner, you can become a bit overwhelmed, so my advice is focus on the most important reason to use something. Make sure you're really good at that first, and then start to cover the other things. So my advice is focus on introducing yourself, etc. Take out a family photo and just talk to yourself. You don't have to have people around. Take out a photo and start introducing all the people in that picture. Nice, simple, short sentences. Do small sentences so that you get comfortable getting the words out. Once you have reached a level of comfort, then make the sentences harder. It's important that you let your brain understand the process and create what I like to call this automatic response system. You're not going to create it if you keep changing the sentences and trying to make them harder. For now, keep it simple. And once your brain understands, hey, I understand how to do this, now you can add more layers of difficulty. But don't start adding the layers immediately. So practice with pictures, practice if you're watching a movie, practice introducing the characters in the movie. Lots of simple things you can do. practice putting your subject and your verb together. That's the most important thing for not only this verb but for all the sentences you're going to create down the road. We also have a free, you can go to our website. I'm going to put it in the description. We have a blog post that discusses this verb in great detail. If you like to read and you want to print something out and highlight it, study it, go to our website, SpanishinAtlanta.com, and you can read the blog post. We also take advantage of this free worksheets that we have. We have 2 worksheets with a lot of exercises you can use. You want to practice doing the conjugations, not only spoken out loud, but also written. When you write things down, it slows down your brain and it helps you see the words. So you start to absorb it in a different way. So doing both of these things are great. We also sell at a very affordable price our worksheets. So you can either purchase, if you want a lot of practice with Ser or anything else, you can look at our online store, purchase any worksheets you want at a great price, or take advantage of our free material. You can print out and even download the free worksheets for Ser to get you started. Muy bien, listo, clase. Entonces, in this video, we have exercises. The following exercises, you're going to see a subject pop up. And I'm going to use mostly pronouns like él, ella, usted. When you see that pop up, your job is to figure out which of the conjugations goes with the subject that you're going to see pop up on the screen. For example, if you see yo, then you're going to say your answer out loud. You're going to say soy. After a few seconds, you're going to see the correct answer pop up at the bottom of the screen, so you'll know if you got the answer correct or not. After that, there's going to be a fill in the blank exercise. You're going to have a chance to read the whole sentence and then figure out what goes in the blank. For this section, please get a paper and pen. You're going to write your answers down and then you're going to check them at the end with the answer key that we're going to provide. Bueno, clase, enjoy this video, and if you want to see a video on a star, the differences between Ser and Estar, comment the star below and we'll create one. We also have a blog post on the differences between Ser and Estar that you can read right now, and I will include this also below in the description. Bueno, clase, buena suerte. Él, ellos, yo, usted, tú, él, nosotros, yo, ellas, yo, tú, nosotros, ellos, ella, él, tú, María, María y yo, María y Diego, mi familia, los tacos, la profesora, el gerente, los niños, el presidente, Lisa y mis amigos, Lisa, mis amigos y yo, la casa, la ciudad, Ellos, blank, mis amigos. Yo, blank, una doctora. Tú, blank, mi mejor amiga. Nosotros, blank, de Colombia. Ellos, blank, casados. Él, blank, americano. Yo, blank, la gerente del banco. Usted, blank, la maestra de Lisa. Ella, blank, esposa de Bob. Nosotros, blank, estudiantes. Ella, blank, hermana de Lisa. Yo, blank, enfermera. Mi familia, blank, grande. Mi hermana y yo, blank, jugadoras de pickleball. La maestra y el director, blank, de Atlanta, Georgia. La ciudad de Nueva York, blank, interesante y diversa. Los estudiantes, blank, buenos e inteligentes. Bravo, clase. Please check your work.